Hello, Teaquilters. Welcome to the Teaquilts live sewing chat. It is June 27th, 2026. It is 8 p.m. Central Standard Time, and I'm live for 2 hours tonight. So hopefully you all are also working on some kind of sewing project. I'm also live on Wednesdays, 7 p.m. Central Standard Time for 1 hour live chat. So mark those on your calendars if you can and join me whenever you can. I have been machine embroidering. So when I do that, I have a lot of my current projects stacked over here. So I've moved everything to machine embroider. What did I machine embroider? Oh, I machine embroidered embroidery labels. I finished like I talked about this on Wednesday, but I um had a photo shoot with Quilt Folk magazine. And so I was trying to get 3 quilts that have been quilted for years that had never had the binding completed. I was trying to get those all done so that they were actually not going to show up again on a public forum without binding on them. Okay. So that's what I was kind of working on. Sue GSD is doing her job right now, y'all. She says it's 17 days. All I'm thinking of in my head is 2 weeks from Tuesday. I'm going by Tuesdays now. So, Quilt Retreat 2026 will begin. So it's right around the corner. I still have like 3 major tasks. One I can't even talk about. One I can't talk about. Number two is I have not made signature blocks, and that's not a big deal. I can actually do those at retreat. And the third is I still have not made labels, and I have not prepped or prepared anything to do labels yet. I have made the designs for the new labels I got to make, but I have not sewed the fabrics that I need to sew so that I can make said labels. So, yeah, I'm behind. I have never been this close to retreat, making retreat name badges. I'm saying labels, but they're name badges. Uh, Also, I'm exhausted. It's been a long week. I spent a lot more time outside than I have in any other week. So I'm tired. I even though I had this live scheduled like at 7:30, I almost canceled it. So, but I'm here. We're gonna see what we can do. Today I had Scrap Quilting Club, Teaquilt Scrap Quilting Club. We met in person today. It was a small group for some reason. I know a couple people were out of town. I was aware of 3 people not making it, but I don't know what happened to a lot of other people. We had, let's count them. 1, 2, 3, 4. I was 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 or 10 people. I'll just say 10, give myself the benefit of the doubt. So it was kind of quiet, but a lot of people. We had show and tell. My eyes are watering from my sinus issue, so I'm sorry. We had show and tell from all but 2 people today for such a small group. So we had a lot of show and tell. So people have been really busy anyway. So that was good. Got to see lots of pretty stuff. So, Sue here. We're at crunch time. 17 days until until a memorable week of sewing, laughter, and friendship. I know I can't wait. How about you? I guess at this point, I'll just be glad when it's over. Okay. So, yes, I can't wait, I guess. It's like ever since Quilt Knit Stitch, it's been something that I'm preparing and prepping for. And I feel like I just haven't caught up. And I don't even think it's going to end like really soon. So, yeah. Um, Darcy says, hi, T and Quilters. Give Tara a thumbs up. If you're new here, subscribe and hit the bell for notifications. Also, check out the Facebook page, Teaquilts LLC. Make sure that you answer those 4 questions so that you gain admissions into the group. If you don't see them, just go back out and research again for the group, and then it'll pop up and show it to you. Darcy is also telling you what days I'm live. I've already been over that. I got a net in here. Soon as I cut all these lights on. I got stuff all over the house for nets. I don't know. I'm so sick of them. Is anybody else having issues with that? It seems like I have periods of time where I have lots of nets. Yeah. If you see one, you know you probably got 10. Okay. So, let's see. Sue Allen's here. Michelle the Quilter. Deborah Quilts. Delia Short. Wanda Jamerson's in the chat. Ingrid sews it all. Sharon Lewis. Vivian Calvey. Let's see. Francis Jackson's here. Renee White. Photo Kevin the Quilter. Deborah Sims Brown's in the chat. Paula S. Remo JS in the chat. Ray Mahone. Bonita Nance said that she's cutting a project for retreat, so she'll be watching and listening for a while. Let's see. I'm not reading comments. Y'all just basically saying hi to each other, so I'm skipping over that type of stuff. Suzette Peterkin Denton's in the chat. Helena's in the chat. Cheatham Gale's in the chat. Your ears should have been burning last week. We had a beautiful discussion about you and your beautiful personality at our retreat in KC Mo. Just know that you are loved. Well, thank you. That is so awesome. That is awesome. Helena's asking, did you get something from me today? No. I had Scrap Quilting Club. Right now, we only have 1 car, so my husband can't check the post office box whenever I have Scrap Quilting Club because I have to be there at 9 o'clock. The post office open at 9. It closes at 3. My Scrap Club is from 9 to 3. And then I even had to go pick up some books today, which I'll talk about a little bit. I wasn't going to mention it, but I think I am going to mention it. Holly Duvall is here. Quilter Nana is here. Saying her rent is paid. That means she has hit the thumbs up button. Have you? If you haven't, please hit the thumbs up button for me. I would really, really appreciate it. And thank you in advance. Carol Williams, welcome. Judy Hebert. Hey, where you been? I haven't seen your name in a long time. She's now Quilts and Crochet. Yolanda Riza's here. Sue says she's been dealing with sinus issue for the last few days. I've been having it for a couple weeks now. Some days is better than others, but today, not so good. Okay. Helena. I don't know. She says, no, a sale. I don't know what you're talking about. I thought you asked if I had received anything from you today. So I don't know if she's talking about a call or what. I don't see anything. I don't know what's going on. I'm confused. But I have not been to the post office today. I did go to the post office yesterday, though. Shelly Slikey says hello to everyone as well. So Kevin just got back from flying, too tired to work on anything. Gonna listen for a while and go to sleep. Yes, I want to go to sleep too. It's so weird how I have so many things to do, and then it's like right before I'm ready to go live, it's like at 7:30. I felt like I could just nestle into bed and just nod off for the rest of the night. So yeah. So I actually went to pick up the spirituality and quilting, women's spirituality and quilting, or something. I don't know. I can't remember the name of the books. I had the books in April, but something happened with the print where we had to send all those books back and they reprinted them. So I went today to visit with Dr. Paulette Sankofa, and I picked up the new books. Bonita Sarah Carr, in the So Busy Guild, and Bonita Nance are in this book. I will have books at retreat if people are interested. Um, Also, I talked to her today. Now, Paulette has been going through a whole lot. I don't know how this woman gets done what she gets done with all the things that she's doing and is going through, and it's just a lot. But I did today invite her to come, if she's feeling well, to come have lunch with us Tuesday when my sister does lunch, because lunch in the cafeteria, I have to account for her as a head. So I'm hoping that on July 14th, which is Tuesday, the first day of retreat, that she's feeling well and that she can come to retreat and come have lunch with us. I thought that would be really neat for you all to get a chance to meet her. She's doing a lot in the St. Louis area right now, types of books on all different types of subjects. She's the, I don't know, she's the producer, editor, all of those type of things for the Threads That Bind documentary. And if you have those books, maybe you might want to bring them to retreat if you're going to be here before 1, and maybe she can autograph them as well. So we shall see how that goes, but I'm hoping that she can make it. She just had a knee replacement surgery, and so she's having some difficulty getting around. But I did give her a bonus to help her to come. So we got some solutions for how we can get her around the place. So I'm really hoping that you all can get to meet her in person. So, oh, you know what happens with Zelle? I don't understand why sometimes I don't get Zelle notifications until like the next day. Hold on, I'm saying sale. Like I'm looking in my phone to see if I got that. So thinking of that, Remo JS sent a cash donation to Retreat. She always does it every year. That's where your chocolates come from, that I normally get at the Dollar Tree. So I normally get any snacks and chocolate that I'm gonna get on Monday, so that I'm not holding on to it too long. Um, Definitely chocolate, because we don't want that stuff to melt. So I try to get all snacks on Monday before retreat. So let me check the Zelle while we're on here. So that's what I guess Helena is saying. She say a smile on your face. I'll use it as a retreat donation. I can see my balance went up, so something came in. But they don't, every once in a while, I don't get Zelle things on the same day sometimes. Yes, and she did a cash donation as well. See, it didn't even tell me that. See, I've got two other ones from Suzette for her Quilt Folk magazine and from Tracy for her Quilt Folk magazine. So it didn't even tell me that. So I'm glad you told me that. I have to go in and mark that. I don't have any of that paperwork here. And if you're wondering what I'm talking about when I'm talking about the Quilt Folk magazine, they are in the process of filming quilters in the state of Missouri. And myself and the Threads That Bind documentary, as well as Norma Silk, member of the So Busy Quilt Guild, a small group of us that meet that just went on retreat. Those are people that I know are included. I don't know who else is included. And I was asking people, and then I was like, don't ask people, because I want to be surprised kind of when I see the magazine too. So yeah. And people are paying $30 for the magazine and shipping so you can get an autographed copy via me. However, I have since gotten a letter from uh Quill Folk, and they say that they're going to have a discount on the magazine, but I don't know what that is. And so whatever discount it is, I'm going to just add that back. When you get your book, you'll get back if you paid $30 and it was cheaper than that, then I will most definitely put it probably on my page in the book. How about that? Your refund will be on the page that I signed. Because I'm not going to sign the front of the magazine. I'm going to sign the page where my information is, if I got room. If not, then I'll sign it in the front. I don't know what the magazine, how they're going to do it as far as setup and layout. So thank you to those, to Helena and Remo for the cash donations. Suzette and Tracy, I don't have any information in here to write. That book's by my table, because I just checked my phone. It's on my bedside table, so I just checked my phone and been writing down people names that want to be added to the list to get one. And I think that's it for retreat donations and Quilt Folk stuff. Then I went to the mailbox and I got this from Clovis Gardner. It's telling me I got live sewing chat. I guess if I take it off, it won't come back. It keeps snoozing. All right. So let's open this one. I'm hoping that it is turn dash block. That's what I'm hoping. Yes. She says, T, what a wonderful idea having a turn dash block. I wanted to make something. Let me go to the other side. I wanted to make a contribution to the cause as well. So thank you, Clovis. I appreciate your work. And she sent 2 blocks, so that's nice. And now it's just telling me that the Zelle payment is in my account. It's too funny. And it's telling me that one. So Helena just sent another one. Let's see. You are fearfully and wonderfully made. Yes. So if you don't know what these blocks are, I have been asking my supporters to send in a 8-inch finished churn dash block. I gave the information out in the Teaquilts group where you could get the pattern cutting instructions. It's not a full pattern like how to piece it. I'm going to assume you know how to make half square triangles, you know how to sew your rectangles together, and you know how to cut squares. Okay. So it's not a full written pattern, step-by-step photos. It's just a cutting chart that I made in Electric Quilt. And then this one says, I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. So thank you so much. I appreciate that. And thinking of blocks, let me sidetrack over here. I'm sure the other ones are blocks too, but I got some today from Betsy at Scrap Quilting Club, so I just wanted to share those. She used the same fabric. I actually gave her a fat quarter. So she used the same fabric, made all of these blocks. And I like how with the African print, this looked like she done this with 2 different fabrics, but it's the same fabric. So very pretty. You may not control all the events that happen to you, but you can decide not to be reduced by them. That's from Maya Angelou quote. Um, Phyllis, I just got $22 from you, $8 for shipping. The Quilt Folks magazine, let me back up a little bit for a second. The Quilt Folk magazine issue is not going to be out until October 1st. So you won't be able to pick this up at Retreat. So just so you know, you won't be able to get from Retreat. Challenges are gifts that force us to search for a new center of gravity. Don't fight them. Just find new ways to stand. That's a quote by Oprah Winfrey. You are loved is another one. And this one is life isn't about waiting for the storm to pass. It's about learning to dance in the rain. And that's Vivian Green quote. And then you are beautiful. So those, I don't know, 2, 4, 5 were from Betsy. So thank you, Betsy. I'm just going to put them into this pocket for right now of this bag. Put it up here because I have a feeling I got more. Trying to make sure there isn't anything else written here. Next envelope is from Charlene Wall. Charlene's not going to be able to come to Retreat this year. She has a family reunion because Retreat's normally in June and they couldn't house us in June. We had to move to July. So she canceled Retreat because she's going to be at a family reunion. But I do thank you for sending in a block, although she went wrong somewhere in the cutting instructions because it is supersized. So it'll be interesting, I guess. And she didn't sign it. I think I'll just use it on the back or something, maybe as a label. And I think I'm going to put this back in here so when I get a fabric marking pen, I can mark on there. So, because it's way big. I think she made it 12 inches instead of 8. Sometimes that happens. I am sometimes guilty of not reading and just making stuff from pictures. But I always try to read the cutting size so I know at least what size it's got to be, especially if I'm swapping or sending something in. But mistakes happen, but we'll try to figure out how to use it. Maybe it'll be the label on the back. This one is from Delia Short. T was at Retreat and made these for you. Oh, thank you. That's really cool. She's from Michigan, says, you got this. And she did a variety of prints. You got this. You are loved. You are faithful. You are courageous. I feel like she must have bought a fat quarter bundle from me at some point. You are brave. You are blessed. All the colors are pretty. You are beautiful. I don't even know how many no more. I don't lost count. Stay strong. Keep going. You matter. It's the same one, same print. I believe in you. And then the last one is you've got this. So thank you, thank you. Let me see how many that is. It looks like a lot. 1, 2, 3. Wow, that was 12 blocks. So thank you so much. That's really sweet of you. I really appreciate it. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Thank you all so much for participating in that. I have, let's see, it's so many people have come in. I have not read this chat in a while. Ooh, wee, ooh, wee. I don't even remember the last comment I read. Y'all know it already. Let's go back. I think one of the things I was discussing was Paulette the last time I read. So, um, I know Judy Hebert came in and Yolanda. Remember that one. Um, okay. Oh, she was talking about to put a smile on your face and for you to buy yourself something on the shop hop. You are just too nice. You are really sweet. Dolores Felt says hello, T and friends. Bonita Nance. Oh, says that'll be awesome. Love to meet her. That was where I stopped reading. Ooh, exciting. I hope she is able to visit on Tuesday. Yes. Shelly S. Fives in the chat saying, I hope everyone is having a great weekend. Yes. Elaine Doucette, welcome, welcome, says nice blocks. Thank you to the people that made them. I appreciate them. I do have to make like another batch for myself so that I can have more minds made because I only made one at the interim because I was just trying to get the blocks done. Mr. Quilter here saying hello to everyone, new subscriber here and first time watcher. So thank you so much for hitting the subscribe button and for chatting with us live. We really appreciate it. And welcome to the Teaquilts team. Um, uh, mm, mm. Michelle the Quilter saying she's cutting out 2 blocks for you. Question, should our name and location be on the front? Yes, if you wanted to show, I think what I'm trying to do here, because I could easily make 15 blocks and put them into a quilt, but I want whomever receive future quilts to know that it wasn't just me of Teaquilts, that it really is a quilt made by the Teaquilters as well. So even though I'm finishing them up, I'm making the optional blocks. I do want them to know that it's not just one person. You have more than one person praying on something. That's a good thing. So I don't want something to be just from me. I'm sure they would appreciate that as well. But I want it to come from us, not just me. So if you would, I would appreciate it. Hi, Nikki B. Quilts. Welcome to the chat. Tracy Middlebrooks here. Clovis Gardner's in the chat. I did buy a bit of yardage and got some from Donna for Handmade by Ying. Okay. Okay. Cool. Because I'm looking, sometimes I look at people quilts. I seen a quilt posted in one of the quilt groups. It was a Take 5 quilt. They did a different border. They didn't do the string border that I did. But I went in, zoomed in on the picture, and I'm like, every last one of these prints have been in my stash. So I know for a fact that they bought that kit for me. Every last one of those fabrics are identifiable. And it's weird to me how I know all the fabrics that I've had, considering I've had thousands of pieces of different fabrics from the African Fabrics collection. So, uh, um, Mr. Quilter is from New Zealand. Wow. uh, so, yes. So, that's currently where we are. Let's see. The other thing that I had Jennifer, who was at a reseller shop. I was talking at retreat, saying that I wanted to purchase another Steady Betty. I have the old style, the original Steady Betty. And when I saw this, I was like, I'm really a little bit disappointed. These have changed. So I'm going to open it up. It is not the same as it was before, and they're a little bit smaller. But I can't remember now what I paid, if it was $20 or $15. I can't remember, but they've changed it. So I'm going to be checking this out. But it don't look like it's been used. But the foamy stuff feels thinner, and it's not thick all the way to the edges. And they used to have 2 layers in here. I don't know if you can hear that. They used to have 2 layers of the wood, and it went and wrapped around the edges, and then they had those glued together. And so with it only being 1 piece of wood, I'm really interested in knowing if this is going to do the same coverage, because my Steady Betty, the original one, is what I use when I'm doing tabletop. Because if you use a wool mat like what I have right here, this is not a wool mat. This is a alpaca mat. No, it's not. This is a wool mat. My alpaca mat's not in here. But if you use this, my old version of the Steady Betty, it wouldn't go through to the table. So I'm interested in knowing if this is going to hold up. But I just wanted you all to know that I got it. Came from the Resell It place, Steady Betty Pro. And the one I have is about 15 by like 20 or 22. And this one is 13 by 17. And from what I can find in Checker, because I was looking in Checker to buy it, and I couldn't find the same size that I had. So this is the new size. Matter of fact, we might be doing some pressing tonight. So I'm going to just slide this right in here and see if we can figure it out a little bit tonight. I'm going to put it on top of this wool mat, though. Now, this wool mat is pretty thick. It's actually a horse mat. And so it's a little bit thicker. So I don't mind ironing on it because it's thicker. And then, your girl go to order some vinyl from Checker distributor, and then all the other stuff. Like I ordered a roll of vinyl. You have to have a minimum order to order from Checker. So I ordered some stuff that I thought I could use and or that I needed. So I'm confused on what's in this box, because this box does not contain a roll of Viennese vinyl. Okay. So I got to I want to put in another order so I can order some to have some extra at retreat in case it's needed. But I don't want to order it if the next day I'm going to get the whole roll. So I don't know if the roll is like sourced out and mailed from elsewhere. But yeah, I was not happy about that. So, throwing my papers down here, y'all. Let's see. Okay, so I did order some stuff. This is what I've been having difficulty with. I tend to pack like a not a suitcase, like a sewing bag. And then whenever I'm going, like today, I went to Scrap Quilting Club. I needed my sewing machine. I was able to just pick up that bag and just take it to, to go sew for the day. But last time when I was at retreat, we were there for 3 nights, and now the retreat coming up now is going to be 5 nights. So I've realized some things that I was missing, so I went and bought some things. So I bought 2 packages of the Clover jumbo clips. I really love the jumbo clips from Clover, and I'm gonna tell you, I have bought plenty of the off-brand clips, and I beat those clips up. I don't break the Clover as quick as I break the off-brands. But I needed these because they're a little bit longer. Put my hand up here so you can see it. And one of the projects that we're working on might, you can use the small clips, but it might be conducive to use some longer clips. But I don't want to I had a pack of clips. I actually, last year for Christmas, I bought these for the So Busy group, probably Kevin and Jason. I can't remember now. I bought everybody a pack of these. And I really like them, but I've got like a few in here, a few somewhere else, and I just wanted a whole pack so that I can take it and put it in my case. But I bought 2 just in case I need some more, okay? Because I've been splitting them up and then I don't have them. Another thing I was missing is I have, like, I'll open a pack of pens, put some in my pen cushion here, which I now have covered. And then I look up and I only have about 20 pens at retreat. So sometimes I pin every seam, or if I'm doing something very complicated and I need to make sure I have match points. So I got some magic pens. I actually got the fine, extra fine pens. I like them because they're thinner, and if I don't pull the pen out, I got 2 reasons I don't pull the pen out: because I'm left-handed and I can put the pen farther back. But just in case I miss, it's a very thin pen and it most likely will not break my needle if I hit it or cause my machine to act crazy. So I got 2 packages of the extra fine. Those are my favorite kind for piecing. And then maybe I got 4 because I probably put them for sale. Somebody else might want some. And then I wanted some of these green flatheads pens that are also patchwork pens. They are fine. They're not extra fine. But just in case I needed those, because I did not have, did I have any green? I think I have blue. I do have green, but they are the round ones, and I wanted these in flats just in case I needed to iron something flat, because I didn't want to buy the flathead pens because they're not heat resistant. The regular flatheads, I use those when I am doing like kaleidoscope type quilts. So yeah, I bought 2 of those, and then the rest of this is patterns and books, except for this. I bought this utility grip fabric. I was going to, I had this in my cart and forgot it was in my cart, but it's for putting on the bottom of, like, if you're making house shoes or you're making pajamas with the feet in. That's what this is. And originally, Deborah Quilt, she's in the chat tonight, she had made some things for the vet tables, because they just are aluminum. And then she made it and put this on the underside so that the animal won't slip and slide on from, you know, the little quilt that she made wouldn't slip and slide off the table, but it gave the dog something that was warmer to sit on, or the, you know, dog or cat. Deborah has cats. But it gave them something warm to sit on than sitting on the cold steel. So yeah, I have that. I don't know if I'm going to use it or not. I might want to see what that would do on the back of a rug, because I've been wanting to make a rug too. I don't know if it'll work, but we can see how that works too. Do some test stuff around here, right? All right, I'm just going to take these books out so that I can put this box, I don't know where, because I don't do all the paper and stuff down here, but we got it for right now. All right, so this can go in there. All right, so whenever I need like a few more items in the cart, sometimes I already have things in the cart, and then sometimes I have things on back order that they send me that I ordered long time ago. Like, remember I ordered the Feathered Friends. I got the bags that go inside, but this case is for carrying your featherweight. And the funny thing is, I don't even know. I guess I just got it so that I could have it in the future if I ever need it or change, because I have a cover that I made for the outside of my featherweight case, and I have a sewing machine cover to fit my featherweight. But this is really cute. I like the accessories. It was very well presented on by Annie on YouTube. And I just decided, I got the other pattern in the last one, but this part was back ordered. So this is just Feathered Friends. It's the outside, and then you have all the other, I forget what the other pattern's called, but I have it. That's the accessories that goes around the featherweight. Once it's in that case here, all the spaces are filled with bags that go around it. So I thought that was really cool. Sue says she loves her wool saddle pad. Yes, because that's exactly what I've been pressing on right there. I do have a lot of the wool mats, but I also have tried the wool saddle pads as well. This book is is well wrapped in saran wrap, and I have no idea. And this book is a very, very old book, but I bought it because my in-person scrap quilting club wants to do a project out of here. And so I bought the book so that I could make a prototype. We're talking about this for 2027's scrap club. Let me see if they've got anything in the front, because I don't want to be showing you people's instructions, but it's not in the front. Okay, wait a minute. I bought this book because a person had it at the class, and the pattern that I'm looking for is not even in this book. So am I glad that I ordered just one copy? Hold on, let me look again, because I can't believe this. Hold on, it was at the back of the book. So I don't know if that was like copyright issue or what. But I looked the book up. I took a copy. A person had a book at the meeting, and so I took a copy of the book. And so I said, okay, I'll order one. And then I said, well, I'll order the books. And I said, well, let me just order one book, because this book has been in production a long time, just to see. And I'm glad that I only ordered one book, unless they rearranged the patterns. So let me check all of that. Very interesting. So there must have been an issue with that pattern, because it's not in here anywhere. So I bought New Ways with Jelly Rolls, 12 reversible. Maybe it's in another book. Maybe it's in another book. This one's called New Ways with Jelly Rolls, 12 reversible modern jelly roll quilts. It's by Pam and Nikki Lintott. I don't know how you say that name. And I'm trying to see when this was copyrighted. If it's new, if it's not very old, then it's not the right book. It's in the stack here I got. I'm trying to find copyright date now. Okay. So we don't put copyrights in books anymore, huh? We don't do that anymore. Let's go to the back of the book. That is so weird. There's a scan thing. It doesn't have any dates. It's at the back of the book, y'all. Yeah, it's 2014, which is what I thought. Interesting. Hopefully I got another book here that's got it, but I seriously doubt it. All right. Some stuff. Like I said, a lot of stuff I can have stuff back ordered for 6 months, and then all of a sudden it just comes when they get it in. So sometimes I don't even know what they're going to send me. They just wait till my next order and then send me everything that's back ordered. Let's see if it's in this stack. Maybe I ordered this New Ways wasn't really new, because I didn't even look up that copyright. Okay. I got this book called Sweet Tooth right here. And then this is what it looks like on the back. Daniela Stout, which is with Cozy Quilts, right? Let me see. Yeah, Cozy Quilt. Okay, I'm like, that name is familiar. And I can't remember which pattern in here I wanted to do, but I bought it. Okay. That one's Cozy Quilts, Sweet Tooth. This is the book right here. I know the cover. Another book. It's so funny. That's what it's called. Sweet Tooth. This is by J Bird Quilts, and you use the hex and more ruler or or the super sidekick. And I think I have those rulers already. Have I used them? Probably not, but I do have it. But I really like all the different patterns in the hexagons. So love it, love it. J Bird Quilts. That's the book I'm looking for. Step into the ring. Quilt moments. I just love how this is set. I love the log cabin, or I don't know if it's like log cabins or if it's courthouse steps because I haven't like really looked at it, but yeah, I love the setting of that. It looks like courthouse steps, but they're different, so I don't know what's going on with this pattern until I open it up. But it's called Step into the Ring by Quilt Moments. Nina says she's hooked on buy Annie patterns. Yeah, I'm hooked on buying them, but I haven't made any of them in a long time. It's been a long, long time. I think this is the book that I was looking for, Jelly Roll Quilts, The Perfect Guide to Making the Most of the Latest Strip Rolls. And it's by the same person. That's why I'm confused. All right. It's by Pam and Becky Linnett. All right. I'm going straight to the back. As the quote that we were looking for was the last project. Yeah, it's in here. Goodness gracious. We're going to make the quilt carry bag. So that's what we're going to do. And I'm not going to show it because they've got instructions and stuff and supplies listed right here up on the front. And since it's in a book and you wouldn't normally see that because it's not a pattern, so I'm not going to show it to you. But thank God it's in here. Let me see if they got a picture of it anywhere else in the book. They got some quilts here with Kaffe fabric that I'm doing a year of Kaffe. Well, for the most part, you know. I'm working on a project tonight that is not Kaffe. It's the new fabric. I ordered layer cakes from Checker distributors for retreat gifts, and so I pulled some aside for myself. And I told y'all sometimes when I'm doing the next project, I pick whatever is still left out. So that's kind of what I did. Again, this is going to be for next year's project, but it gives me a chance to do that, know who all wants a book, wants to do it, and things like that. So I've got the book. I'm going to do the test project, and then I might do another project in here to see if people might be interested in buying a book. You want to do more than one project if you're going to buy a book. I do have probably about 5 or 6 books that I have in my collection that I have probably done at least 5 quilts out of those books, and I will never, ever, ever give them away. So, yeah, I don't want to put this in there yet. Last book. It's called... I was going to say, what is this? Okay. It's called Use and Ornament by Nicholas Ball. And what threw me was because it don't say what I know is in here until I read the back. And I'll read the back because this is the front. And it's not open yet. But it looks like we're climbing a rock wall. Improv quilting is not new. It has a rich and varied history that inspires exploration. These quilts have long been more than objects of utility. They can give voice to political protests, memorialize a lost loved one, be a cathartic outlet, and still hold their own against works realized in more recognized fine art media. They are historical documents and family keepsakes, existing within a duality of use and ornament. So I'm about to open this. Woo! I bought this. This book was it was pretty expensive. Hold on. Yeah. This book retails for $50, y'all. So yeah, we're opening this one. I do like that for an expensive book. Look, it's metallic, painted on the edge of the pages. And it is wrapped. It's like shrink wrapped. It's not just saran wrapped. It is shrink wrapped. So yes, we're gonna open this $50 book. And I don't normally do stuff like that. I'm like, $50. They gotta be some stuff in this book. And you know me, I will use my coin so you don't use your coin if you come across this. And I will see if I can find when it was made. Now, I will tell you that this is like a fabric book covering that has texture on the back. It is smooth where the pink parts are. So this yellow is like a fabric backing. This part is smooth. You can kind of see it glowing. And then here, the texture of what looks like to be the rock wall, you can feel the texture of all of those. I don't know what that is, but that's what it reminds me of. It could be something in science for all I know. It could be abstracts, okay? Use is a noun. The action of using something or the state of being used for a purpose. And ornament is a noun, a thing used or serving to make something look more attractive, but usually having no practical purposes. So that's where this is coming from. Trying to see when it was printed. Hold on, y'all. It's got that little baby print. Y'all know I had to take them glasses off. This is a first edition, printed in China. And it was published in 2024. So I don't know if anybody else has seen this book, but let me do a quick scan. The pages don't look like, when you're looking at the individual pages, they don't look like they got the pink metallic here, but it sure is pretty book. So it's not a pattern book. It's more of a quilt. I'm going to show you one. Well, it's got quilting notes in the back. Hold on. I haven't gotten to there. Every cloud. So I don't know. Because up here, I don't think I see patterns, but maybe patterns like just keep swimming. The projects. So projects are in the back. It's a long way. What page was that? So projects start at, I'm going to go to the next page because there's nothing there. Do you have page numbers? 136. So I guess up in the front, they're just showing you different quilts. I'm just going to show you this page because I can show you a double page and it's got a lot going on here. Just to show you one page in the book. So yeah, if you're in Canada, this book is $60. I don't know I guess that would be USA money. So you still probably have to convert it. It's printed by Lucky Spoon Media, thread and fiber. So I just wanted you all to see one of the pages in here. I think, because when I was going through here, I think I've seen some of these probably at the Modern Quilt Guild show, because I did that probably 2022 or 2023, one of those years. So I'm looking forward to this. This is a great coffee table book. Again, I do like that when you pick it up, you got really 3 textures on the outside of this book. 3 different textures. So very nice. I'm hoping to read it. I didn't buy it for the projects. I just bought it to see what, for $50, like what is in this book that you needed for modern quilting. So it's got the projects in here. Look like some hand stuff too. I don't even know if this is him. Yes, it is. I don't know who he's with. He could be, well, let me see before I go showing you all. Somebody Wood, Tracy Wood. I don't know who this is, but this is him. Show you a photograph. Right there. So yeah. Trudy. Trudy. Seemed like I heard something. And the funny thing is my instincts were, is that Paige? But it's not. It's probably my book squeaking off of something. Oh, this is the quilt here with those shapes. The concept behind the quilts, yes. What did they call this? It's quilted by Trudy Wood. So Trudy must be his quilter. It's called Viral Temperature. That's what that quilt is called. That's on the cover here. So yeah, very nice. All right, we put that up. What time is it? We're an hour in of a 2-hour live sewing chat. And we cut the machine on. We just haven't sewed a thing. Trying to get all my packaging stuff from the entire evening now in control. Let's move this box out of here. Or move it over anyway. I'm not moving out. Just move it so I can get to my presser foot. All right. Okay. Teresa Mama Fo says, I did several table toppers with the Jaybird patterns and rulers. I know I've done one, at least 1 years ago, but I haven't used them in a long time. So I'm like, buy something to make me use those rulers again. Because rulers are expensive and you only use them one time. So I'm like, buy something. And I probably got some patterns or books in my stash that's got something in there too. But I know I didn't have that one. Celeste says, I have a sewing to go bag that stays packed. When I grab that bag, I have approximately 95% of everything I use at home. Yeah, and that was the thing. Like today, I purposely didn't take anything to iron. I knew I wasn't going to be ironing there. I just wanted to sew pieces. Y'all know when I have a lot of pieces cut, I like to do piece reduction. So I just like to sew parts and then we can worry about pressing it later. So I got all of the pieces that I intended to get sewn. So it's a whole lot of pressing that needs to happen. But I do have extra half square triangles that I want to sew. So that's what I'll probably be working on today, is sewing those extra half square triangles. So yeah, I like having a machine in a bag set up ready to go that I can just put that machine into the car and know that I've got everything that I need. I got a pair of scissors, I got snips, I got extra thread, I always keep extra bobbins and things like for my machine. Needles, all of that stuff's already in the machine part stuff. But I have a bag that has just about everything: a marking pen, an ink pen, a pencil. I try to put everything into there so that I have everything that I could possibly think of and need at retreat. And then or when I'm out sewing. And then it's funny, people look up and go, do you have somebody looking for masking tape or painter's tape? That's what I guess I need to start putting in my stuff, because Jennifer is always the one that has that. I don't. um, um, wow, that book looks gorgeous with the hot pink and bright yellow. Yes, and I like bright colors anyway, so it could have been red. Red's my favorite color, but that pink is so pretty too, the metallic pink. But I was hoping that each page had a little bit of pink that fell onto the page, but it's not. It's very professionally done. I guess at $50 a book, you would expect nothing less for that. So they did a gorgeous job manufacturing that book. Celeste says, what's the name of the $50 book again? I can order you one, Celeste, if you're interested. It'll be a little cheaper. It's called Use and Ornate. Let me put this in here. The only reason I got it cause ornament, not ornate, ornament. Okay, I just typed it in there for you. So you can at least pay a little cheaper for it, something. I had no idea what I was looking at. It is a pretty book. Yes, it was so pretty. And I don't know what his shapes is. I'm going to have to read about that particular quilt. It's the last quilt in the book, which is so funny. But it is a temperature quilt, so I figured that part out. But I don't know why he used those shapes. Like, or is that something that's on a chart, a science chart somewhere? I have no idea. But they look like rock wall things to me. Those funny shapes, they're in a rock wall. So yeah, Darcy's reminding you guys to hit the thumbs up button for me if you haven't already. I would really appreciate it. Yeah. So I think that's it. Hold on, I'm gonna put this one up because this is the one that I have all the it's the healing churn dash blocks. We're not working on that today. What I worked on today at Scrap Club is that, yeah, the online scrap club. I'm just working on whatever I can find laying around that I can cut. So this is an in-person scrap club project. And again, I don't have any of this press, but basically I have this shape here, and I thought I had sold the wrong side for a minute. But that is the wrong side. It just looks, this is old fabric where, you can see some of the print on the opposite side. Now that everything's being screen printed, you don't see this anymore. But yeah, so this is just, I did 64 blocks like this. You could make this quilt any size you want, in any size, block size you want. You can make as many blocks as you want. So there's nothing about that. So I was laughing because I told them I'm just going to be up here pressing all night. Well, these are the extra half square triangles that were left over when I die cut. I do a lot of die cutting here. If I have the die, I'm going to use it. And so I happen to have this die in this. I have it in a lot of sizes, but I had it in this size, and I wanted to use my layer cakes. Do you know? I used 3 layer cakes and only have 30 different fabrics. The layer cakes now have 2 and 3 different prints, and it means that you don't have as many fabrics when you're trying to do like a quilt that looks scrappy, because I don't consider a 1 layer cake quilt a scrappy quilt. And the reason being because back in the day when they first started doing charm packs and stuff, they used to have 40 different prints that was in those fabric packs when they first started doing those pre-cut things. And that's not true anymore. The fabric packs are much smaller now. So all I'm going to do is just start sewing these things together. And it doesn't matter what I sew to what, except that I had 16 extra light pieces, so I guess I want those to go to something else. And then I think I'm just trying to use these so that I don't just have this stuff sitting around. And I'm just probably going to throw it on the back. If I get it done and I decide I might want to make it into a charity quilt or something like that, at least it's done, and I can make that decision when I get done, or I can go ahead and use it for a back. Or if I decide I'm not going to be bothered, I'm going to use a 108, then at least these are already pieced. So this quilt's basically done, except that I got to do a whole lot of pressing and then sew them together into rows. So I'm going to go ahead, I'm into piece reduction, so I'm going to go ahead and start sewing all of these half square triangles together. And I'm going to start with these light ones because I know I don't want to get to the end and have to sew a light to a light. Okay, we don't want to do that. So I am going to sew the lights first, so I know that I don't have to worry about sewing a light to a light. And then I'm just going to separate this whole stack out, y'all, so we can get this done. And we'll know we got stack 1 over there and stack 2 over here. And I don't have to worry about putting light fabrics together, except I call myself getting 32 different fabrics and pulling 2 squares from each one, because like I told you, I had already gone through 3 layer cakes, and still I wanted 64 different fabrics. So I started with 3 layer cakes, 126 pieces of fabric, and I could only get what I thought was 32. And so I doubled them for 64. Well, found out that the fabric things had overlaps. I got 2 squares that I cut out twice. So that means I got 4 of those squares. Okay. But we're going to work with what we got at this point, because it's already been cut and we don't do any wasting over here. We try to use it all. So that's what we're going to do. Step into the ring. Tracy, email me if you want something. And then I do have that die that you asked me for. I now have a box that I can mail it. So let me know, because I'm going to be placing another checker order, because I got to do something about vinyl. I'm waiting to call them on Monday to see if I'm going to have to do something different. And I'm also going to put in the order for the Quilt Folk magazine, so that we're on the list. Again, that magazine doesn't come out till October 1st. But I want to get my order in so that I'm one of the first people getting it. Okay. Last time I was in here, I was using Pretty Threads, y'all. We are not in the sewing mode. I was using, I don't think they have the names on here. It's a Silky 30 weight that I actually got from Sue. And Sue, all of the thread that you gave me, that Silky 30 weight, you gave me 30 weight, and I think 20 weight, maybe. I can't remember. It's gonna be at retreat, because girl, I'm using this thread. I've been using it here. This one's going back up there though. So let's put this back, because we're not gonna use it. And I told y'all I moved stuff because I was doing machine embroidery, and I need to go back to machine embroidery. That's what I'm gonna do once I get off of here, because a girl got to make the name badges for retreat that's in 17 days, because Sue's trying to stress me out, and we can't have that here. Okay. Sue trying to stress me out, and now she going to bed. Is that Sue going to bed? I must have missed her comment. Yeah. All right. For those new here, I sew using big spools of thread. And the reason why I do that, I like KC Masterpiece by Alex Anderson. I buy the larger spools, because if you buy the larger spool, you end up getting like one of the smaller spools. If you buy, say, 5 smaller spools, will be the equivalent to one of these big ones, but it's priced at 4. So you're kind of getting one free, just for those that don't know. So that's what I sew with. Now, if I'm going to sew out, sometimes I don't want to take my stands. And so I'll use R-fill then. But I'm also not a thread snob. I do like good thread. I just want my thread to be usable. I'm not a thread snob, though. I have grown up using Coats and Clark thread, so I have no problems. I have Coats and Clark thread still in my bin. Long as it's sewing in my machine and it's not acting up, it's not old. There is no age on thread. It's just if it breaks when you do the pull test, then you need to get rid of it. That's the only thing. I'm taking that out because I'm talking to you guys and I haven't taken the bottom out, because I was using yellow in the bottom. I had a quilt that was teal on top, the border fabric was teal, but I put yellow binding on, and I put the binding on by machine. So I ended up needing 2 different colors of thread. So we put this up, get out my neutral thread that I put in the color thread box when I changed it. And we can just put this one back. I don't need it right now. All right, so basically what I'm doing now is I'm sewing those extra half square triangles that I cut off of those to make those snowball corners. But I did not do them snowballed. I die cut everything. So I don't have any extra. Like, you know how you have 2 pieces of light and a dark because you snowball the corner? Well, I don't have that luxury because, okay, my little thing don't want to go in where it's supposed to go. Don't tell me I'm going to have to take this off. There it goes. As soon as I make a threat, it works. All right, close the door. I saw a banana for sale that I almost bought. I'll be honest with you guys. I got the Janome sewing machine and it sews fine. It's just that I'm not used to sewing on that model of a Janome. I don't know if it'll be different on a different Janome model. But when I go out and sew, it's like I have to adjust the 1/4 inch, and it's like I don't like it. I don't like that I have to adjust. It's not that I don't like the machine for a 1/4 inch. Yeah, I don't like that. I just want my 1/4 inch to be the edge of the foot, and it's not true because I've sewed it, and then the seam was too fat, so I have to remember to reduce it. And yeah. So I don't know if I'm loving the Janome 9850. I think that's the number on that Janome for piecing. Now I've worked on it when I was doing the fabric tube stuff where I was using zigzag stitches and things like that. It was really nice. So I saw another Bernina on sale, and I was thinking about buying it so that I can just have the Bernina set up for travel. And then it's just a smaller model. This is the 770, and I don't know what number it was. It was in the 400s or 500s, and as long as it's got the supersized bobbin, I don't really care about the rest. I don't machine quilt here because I long arm quilt, so I don't need the extra space here. Y'all can see I house all kinds of stuff up over in this area anyway that shouldn't be here. So it'll make me clean that area up. I normally put stuff over here I want to piece or add in when I'm string piecing or something. But yeah, so I am not, I'm just a Bernina girl, I guess. And it has nothing to do with bobbin size. But if I'm going to get a Bernina, I'm going to get one with the supersized bobbin because y'all know I love that. That's my main feature I love about this 770. But the Janome 9850, the bobbin, it takes it takes everything that my singer used. And so it's a pretty good size bobbin on that. It's a little bit larger. I don't know what size it is, but I know all of my singer bobbins work in that machine because I didn't have to rewind any color bobbins. I used everything from my singer and they work just fine. And I like the compactness of the machine embroidery arm if I'm going to a class and taking embroidery stuff. So I like that too. A class or retreat, it doesn't matter which one. Hold on, guys. I don't want to touch my hand. Oh my God, touch my eye with my hand. Hold on. Just got sinus issues. It's really bad right now. And then I also went to my mom's house where my brothers, who are just super hard-headed, smokes in her house, and that's one of my allergies is cigarette smoke or any smoke from uh, any smoking stuff. It's one of my allergies. So, but she called me and I have to go running. I was talking to Remo JS and she called me, and it's hilarious. The stuff I want her to call me for, she don't call me for. She actually called me because she didn't have a small bill, and my brother was asking her for some money for cigarettes. And she wanted me to get her some change so that she could get him some cigarettes. Give him money to get cigarettes. And I just fell right on in, and I just said, "Do you want me to go to Dirt Cheap and just get a case of cigarettes?" And she thought it was going to be more. I said, "No, it's actually cheaper because if you buy a whole case, a whole box of cigarettes, like the whole, I don't know, carton. I guess that's what they call it." I don't smoke. You can tell, right? And the people in Dirt Cheap also knew. I was on the phone with my mother, and neither one of us could tell them people what we wanted, but we got it together, and my brother was happy. But yeah, going in because to buy the cheapest carton of cigarettes. And it was so funny because the guy at the register didn't even know what was the cheapest carton of cigarettes. He had to ask somebody else. So he needed to learn that, okay? Um Yes, Gail, I'm going to order. I got 20 on order now, but I keep getting orders for them because I didn't see that Tracy had sent money in. So she's not on the list that I'm aware of. Or maybe she is because I may have seen it on Facebook. But I'm going to order. I had 20 in my cart to check out, but I'll probably end up ordering like 30, maybe 40 books, magazines. I just don't know what they cost. Because they supposed to give a discount, and so if I order them, I'm still going to make sure that you get that discount. So, and it, like I said, if you pay $30, whatever the discount is, I'll put it in the book when I sign it. I'll just go get money from the bank and put it in the book to give you your refunds. But I have to package the first one to also know what it's going to cost too, because shipping is so different all around the place. So I just need to package a few of them. And again, the magazine will not be, its release date is October 1st. So as soon as I receive them, they will be mailed out. So you can't wait to mail them out. You can't wait to mail them out. You have to wait. I have to wait until they mail them out. So that's why I'm getting my order in early, because they don't even tell you what's in issue number 40. We know that it's issue number 40, which is coming out October 1st. And I'm going to verify on Monday just to double check and make sure before I put the order in. And I also need to call them anyway about the vinyl. So, because I don't want to have to reorder something if it's coming. I ordered a whole roll of vinyl, and they said they had one in stock, and then when I ordered it, it's not in stock. It's like, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Let me see what else. Just send me an email, Gail. Make sure that you give me your mailing address in the email as well, so I can have it documented. Because what I'll do is I'll just search my mail when the books come in and I start mailing them. I'm just going to search my mail for your email with the information. Hi, Sandra Odom. Welcome to the chat, lady. Virginia Oglesby as well. What model Bonino are you sewing on? I think I just said that. I don't know if you heard me or missed it, but this is a 770, and I'm looking to get something in the 400s or the 500s. The 400s will be, should be smaller, you would think, because I don't need a big machine. I just need the large bobbin. I've gotten spoiled by the larger bobbin. Thank you, Phyllis. Laurie says you need to get a travel machine. This is my problem. I'm spoiled. There's the second reason I don't like the Janome that I have is that particular model does not have a knee lift. So I'm spoiled. I need certain features when I go to retreat. I need automatic thread cutter. I need automatic needle threader, and I also need a knee lift, and I want the larger bobbin if I can. So, and the larger bobbin on the Janome, that size bobbin is fine, because I have some machines like my Foff. It's like you sew for 10 minutes when you're chain piecing stuff through and you're through the bobbin. So the bobbins last pretty long when I'm at retreat, but I don't want to be spending my time constantly changing bobbins out. So those are my 4 things that I must have in a sewing machine. And I didn't realize, because I saw the little dot there, and I thought it was like a push door. I didn't realize that that model didn't have a knee lift. But I like the machine's a good machine to sew on, and I'm really going to use it when I need to travel for embroidery. It will be great for that because it's so compact on the embroidery side. Yeah, so that's why I'm looking at something in the 400s or the 500s, just because that's about as travel as I'm going to get. And it's still going to probably be heavy. This machine's probably about 45 pounds. This machine, it's going to cost more than my other Bernina that I buy. You hear me? I'm manifesting. So, yeah, I, this one I cut right on the pinking edge. So I'm going to use the size of my background half square triangle to make sure that I got the whole thing. Because just in case it cuts short, that's how you cheat the seam. Right there. And then I'm going to look at it. About a 30-second off. So that's cool. Now, I don't have to worry about the rest of this stuff. I'm just picking up pieces and sewing them together. I don't care what goes with what. I just wanted to make sure I didn't end with 2 light background pieces, because I had some extra pieces from cutting. And I knew they were going to be extra, but it's like I can't do anything with this fabric anyway. It's just going to go onto the scrap bin. So I may as well go ahead and cut some extra half square triangles. And like I said, this whole quilt is cut. Well, unless I put a border on it. I guess I could do that. It's only like a 64-inch square if I do that. I thought I was going to make it 96 inches square for like a queen bed. So that's my goal. Oh, that's what's squeaking, is every time I put my hand on this thing. Okay, now it's on here. That's what kept squeaking every time something touched the bed of this machine. Ooh, now y'all already know, because we got Joy Sterling who used these colors, but this pink and green, this lime green and light pink, it sure is pretty together. Add some white, you got the AKAs. Joyce used those colors all the time. Gail says, I love the thread as much as I like fabric. I'm a fool for threads. Yeah, I got a lot of brands of threads in here. I go to embroidery things, and then they give us their thread that they're trying to get us to buy, which is normally Robeson Anton or Floriani threads. And so I got some of those, and I use those when I run out of my sulky colors. But I got so many sulky threads from all the years when Joann's used to have sales, because I didn't buy a whole lot when Joann's closed. I had enough stuff. I didn't need none of that. I went in there one day because I realized I had a gift card, and I wasn't even paying attention to the fabric line. So I had went and picked out a fabric that I was just going to buy just to use the gift card, because I'm like, I don't need any notions or any of that stuff. And yeah, I looked at that line, saw what number they was on, what number I had. I said, oh, heck no, let me get out of here. I ended up going over to the thread because that was the only thing that was still sort of kind of in the store because y'all cleared Joann's out fast. You hear me? There was no batting. I went to go get batting. There was no batting. There was no stabilizers that I get like SF 101. So I ended up buying variegated sulky spools. So that's what I ended up getting at Joann's with my gift certificate. And then she asked me, if she was, she says, I'll throw it away. I go, no, I'm going to actually keep it as a keepsake. But I don't even remember where I put that thing. It's in here somewhere. I did not put it up to keep it as a keepsake. That's for sure. All right. So again, these are just extra half square triangles. This is no pattern. I'm just sewing these pieces so that they're not unsewn and will never get sewn and will be hanging around my workspace. So I'm not trying to do that. I don't know if I'd like a travel machine because most travel machines don't have all the things. Include me in your count. Okay. Joe Carmel. Hey girl, hey. Welcome, welcome. Welcome, welcome. I have to see when people are coming in. Remember, if you're coming to retreat and you flying in and you need to be picked up, make sure that you send me your travel arrangements. I've only received that I can recall without going through my emails. I think I got Carla Ford and Sheila. I got Sheila. That's all I have. You're going to be sitting at the airport. Oh, she's on her way home from work. Be safe, Joe. Hi, Betsy. Are you still working and listening? Hey, Celeste. Are you still working and listening? I was messing with them today at Scrap Club. Celeste listens more than and chats more than Betsy does lately. Betsy's been working. Betsy is a quiltaholic. She's the old me. She gets stuff done. She's laying out. I think she said tonight she was laying out quilt blocks, so she was gonna be doing that, and so she's not typing in the chat because she says if she put her name in the chat, people start talking to her, and then she don't see it, and she feels bad, like she's not responding. But Betsy gets stuff done, okay? So I'm gonna have a whole lot of pressing to do. And I won't be working on this anymore. So I'll probably be back here whenever, like Wednesday, when I come back at 7 p.m. for the 1 hour chat. I might just be sitting here pressing half square triangles and these blocks up there just to get them done. Because I'm not going to work on this. I still got to make one more retreat pattern project. Jennifer's coming to pick that up tomorrow. So I'm trying to get Jennifer to do the project so she can test the instructions. So, and then she can be my helper at retreat as well if I need one. I'm giving her and Kevin a break. I'm giving myself a break too, but I'm teaching all the projects at retreat. And then I've hired someone. I got to talk with them to see what subject they're going to present. Instead of me doing a lecture on Friday night, I've decided to give yourself a break, hire somebody. Just like people hire you, you can hire somebody too. So I'm doing that for my sanity. So I don't have to worry about packing 3 and 4 containers of quilts, okay? I got enough stuff to worry about. Like making name badges. And once I do them, I'll get on a roll. Like I said, it's no big deal. It's like I just need to do it. And it's I always do what needs to be done first. And this was just one of those weeks. It just didn't work for this week. It'll work later, I guess. Whoa, I keep hitting. Like, I don't know why this case is moving. Don't make me mad. As the Hawk says, you wouldn't like me when I'm angry. All right. I want to make sure that these pieces weren't stuck in there. So, and give it a good shove, you know? uh, um, See, both of them going, yes, yes. I told them I was going to shout them out at some point. Oh, my goodness. Kayla Avila, hey, girl, hey. She says she's working on the mystery quilt. My kiddo is being super spoiled by grandparents, so that's cool. My daughter, asked Jersey one time, we were video chatting. I said, do you want me to bust you out of school tomorrow and take you to McDonald's? And you should have saw her get excited. I did not go bust her out of school, but she was excited about McDonald's. So I called my daughter and I'm trying to be slick. And I go, did you take her to Mickey D's this week or whatever? And my daughter says, I'm going to take you off a speakerphone. I'm like, she don't know what Mickey D's is, do she? Unless you taught her. I'm trying to talk to you in code. She shouldn't know what Mickey D's is, but you never know what these kids know. My daughter took me off speakerphone. Cause she had not. Let me tell you how she trying to play my girl. But I'm gonna go pick my granddaughter up, and she going to get her some real McDonald's. She been keeping the McDonald fry thing, the cardboard thing, and the little, cause the nuggets also come in a little cardboard container. She been keeping a container, but taking the stuff out the refrigerator and giving it to her, talking about this is McDonald's. Girl, where's my toy? She not gonna do my granddaughter. She going to the real McDonald's. Uh-uh. Uh-uh. No, I haven't received any more Quillos, Darcy. I have not. I haven't even made my own. I do have the fabric, but I haven't made it. So I guess I'm doing that at retreat. Two, I don't really have I have a project I'm taking to retreat just in case, but I don't ever plan to sew at the retreat that I host because it's so much going on that most of the time I'm doing something else. So, but we'll see how much I get sewed. One year it was two X's on the fabric bowls, and I don't know. I think I sew them for Kevin because he couldn't sew. Oh, because he had a marker that he didn't want to take off of his featherweight, and I sewed those for Kevin. Okay, that was hilarious. Last year I ended up sewing. Claudette had my sewing machine. She had my Bernina because I had left the power cord for the machine that she rented at home, and I'm like, girl, here, just use my Bernina because I had taken this Bernina, and I'm like, I ain't gonna be doing much sewing anyway. And I said, if I go home and get the power cord, then we'll just switch it out. No big deal. Just use the Bernina so you can sew. And she told me she had the same model at home because I don't just let anybody sew on this Bernina. So she already knew how to work it, so I had no problems with that. Um, but yeah, I went one night, Thursday night, after we had taught class with we did a panel quilt. And I taught the class, and Claudette went to bed about 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock. And so I was up till about 6 o'clock finishing my panel. So I would have something for show and tell because I got mad because I'm like, you ain't gonna have anything for show and tell. So I got busy and sewed that quilt together while everybody else was in bed, and then I went to bed. But that's the only sewing I did. Whole retreat. 5 nights. I sewed for about 3 hours. Mm-mm. Where's my toy? Right. That's what I'm saying. She got McDonald's at home. Yeah, she trying to like. I remember when we were kids and we were trying to get the McDonald's, and y'all think these stories don't be real. These young folks, but my mama making hamburgers in the kitchen like that's supposed to replace McDonald's or White Castle or something. It's like no, that's not what we asked for. And the bread is soggy, of course. Come on, come on. This was the old fashioned ground beef that had all the fat in it. So it had a whole lot of stuff to be running. You biting all the stuff running under your chins. Like, come on, lady. We want the real stuff. So yeah, up here playing with my granddaughter. I'm not gonna let her fool my granddaughter like that. Carl says, "Poor Jet. Put Steph in the corner in time. Yeah, she needs to be put in the corner for timeout. Messing with my girl. I'm gonna go get her. She gonna get her some McDonald's. She gonna get bust out of school. She keep messing with me. Steffi keep messing with me. I'm gonna go get Jersey out of school. We gonna go to McDonald's and get Ted Drews. This is my last half square triangle. I don't even know what time it is. Oh, Lord Jesus. We got 20 minutes. All right. See, 8 times 8 is 64. I don't know if I don't remember how many of these I got. One. It seemed like I sold more than 30, so I'm thinking I must have sold 60. 1, 2, 3, 4. I need to know approximately what side. Okay. So, looks like we got about 38, something like that. So I got 40. I got 40. So I have to figure out something. How to use them. Just want an approximate number. So when I get to the, oh, this is 40. That's why I was thinking I had 64 plus 8 would be 72. We forgot. We got the other half. Let's read. Shall we? Because my math is not mathing. Kayla says, laughing out loud, this is why I choose not to know what happened when he is with the grandparents. Right, because we're going to do what we want to do. Over there playing you cannot play my granddaughter, make her look stupid because she's 3 years old. And the funny thing is, Steph was an avid McDonald's lover And I was buying her Happy Meals at this age. And she was trying to get me to buy her a Big Mac meal with an apple pie. And I wouldn't buy it. And unbeknownst to me, the whole time she had my husband buying it. And I'm still buying a Happy Meal. I'm like, you cannot possibly eat a Big Mac and an apple pie. But Steph was an eater. She's skinny as all get out when she was, but that girl could eat. She could eat better than any boy child. You put her up against him. She was gonna beat him. She can eat. But yeah, now her same daughter got the same craving she had, and she don't want to feed it. I said, you're not gonna do my baby like that. Dorsey to my Steph should have a secret McDonald's toy stash. So Jersey always gets a toy. Yes. Oops, got one of the little nets in here sitting on my arm like it owns me or something. But yeah. So back to sewing, y'all. Because we have got to do piece reduction. We cannot have it. So it's not going to be 80 because I had those extra 16, I think, lights that are not in this batch. I just wanted to make sure I didn't use them. Yes. And I used to do the same thing with Paige. Like I would take Paige to Ted Drew's. They have like they give us kind of like a cardboardish type cup, but when you have a pet, they put it into a plastic dish so that them licking it doesn't tear the container up. And I would take Paige to Ted Drew's. She got Ted Drew's too. So yes, I've always spoiled all my kiddos and my family. Don't even have to be my grandkids. I spoiled them all. Yes, they are. I am so sick of them. And like I said, I got stuff in every room. I can't remember if I refilled the one in here. I have to look and see. But like the lights are normally off in here unless I'm in here. So when I first come in here, I don't know they're in here. And then they come because of the bright lights. This is red and red, but it's a different red. So we're going to sew it anyway. Because it's random. It's just random. If I figure out something I can do with these to make a border, I might put a border on here to make it. I was going to originally make it I was trying to get enough blocks to make it 12 by 12, which would have been 144. See, 8 times 12, yeah, that would have been 96. But I couldn't even out of 3 layer cakes, I couldn't get double the fabrics out of 3 layer cakes. It's like, this is ridiculous. And I was not about to open another layer cake. I had opened 3. That's a lot. Not gonna do it. So just randomly putting these together. And I have a friend, Deborah Quilts, who was watching. I don't know if she's still here. But I remember I was trying to teach her just random sewing stuff together. We put it all in a paper bag and everything. The first 2 pieces she pulled out was orange and red. And do you know she couldn't sew it together? It was hilarious. She failed right out the gate. It's too funny. She couldn't sew orange next to red. If McDonald's still had the $1 menu, things would be great. You got that right. I used to the only thing I ate, like I used to, like a long time ago, I would eat the Big Mac, but I had started eating the Mac chicken. But and just get fries off the dollar menu. And Deborah goes, yes, I did. So she is still watching. She know I'm talking about her. Deborah does, well, she does mysteries, but she preferred not to because she want to know what fabric she gonna put where, but it's too funny. I'm standing right there trying to teach her about random sewing, and the first two pieces out, she failed. It was like, this is, I'm done with you. I cannot. I can see you can't be reformed. The $1. I see. I didn't even know they had $1 hash browns. I didn't even know that. We're at 13 minutes left for this live, guys. And I will get my task completed, hopefully. I'm not going to worry about pressing anything today. But I love piece reduction. You start with 160 of something, you end with 80. That's a good deal. I love it. And then those big pieces, I had 3 pieces, so I was really reducing those. So that was even better. It only, when you're die cutting, it only takes, like I even starched each of my layer cakes, and I started about 9 o'clock last night, and I was done by 11, even with pressing. I was still done in a timely manner. So die cutting makes it go faster. And it's accurate. And I don't have dog ears. It's like, this is right up my alley. Oops. I touched my hair and the net fell on my face. Okay. So I'm gonna, I can't see the container because it's behind my marker bin on top of a shelf I have here. So I can't see it, but I'm gonna make sure I pick that up when I walk out of here and go put some stuff in there. I've been making, the stuff you buy at the store costs so much that I've been making my own. I'm done buying stuff. Been just making my own. And it's been working really good. They had them here in New Zealand for quite a while, and then they became $2. Now, not a thing. Okay. Sharon says, I'm working on a piece back for my mystery quilt top. So that's cool. She's piecing a back. Now that I patted my head and a net fell, now I feel like something's crawling on my head, on my scalp. I'm working on a cross stitch piece. That's Deborah. So that's cool. Deborah's been doing a lot of cross stitch. She's been doing more cross stitch than quilting lately. Okay, this one really didn't get cut good. I must have ran out. Like these were scraps, so we're gonna cheat the seam. Meaning we're gonna make it work. And that mean this whole stack gonna be like that. Maybe. Well, not maybe. Because that was just probably one piece of fabric that was just shorter than the others. Yep. Exactly what happened. Green and yellow is so pretty too. Yellow looks good with just about anything though. It's the center of most flowers. I can't wait to get out of here. I got them all over my bedroom. That's where I'm going when I head out of here. I don't have this problem in my bedroom. And I think it must have just dried out. So I don't have any in here. Because I'm not, like I said, I'm not in this room all the time. I don't come in here because I'm busy working and doing stuff elsewhere. So, and like I said, they just really came back like yesterday. And so I called myself filling all the containers, and I must have missed the one in here because I probably couldn't see it from the door. That's what I'm thinking. And so I think I haven't gotten that. But I'm catching lots of them. Yolanda's laughing at me. Look, Deborah, it's red and orange. It's going together. Yes, indeed. Yep, this has been one of the longest weeks of my life, other than like quilt knit stitch. That was ridiculous. Oops, I broke my thread holding on too long. I was holding on. Okay, let's cut this bobbin. What time is it? It's 53. I was going to say I can end, but no. I'm going to have to pull this thread back. Oh, there it is. I thought I wasn't going to be able to get it the other way by cutting it at the top. Okay, this, that. Okay. I was holding on too tight. I wouldn't let it go. So I'm going to go in a little bit and back stitch on this first one so it don't get stuck down in the hole. Then cut this off. Okay. So main goal is just to get them sewed. I don't have to get them pressed. I'm not pressing. If I get through before 10, and I probably will, we are going to chat until it's time. I don't know what we're going to chat about, but we will chat. All right. Laughing at Deborah. I don't know. I'd guess and say we got 4 more max, maybe 3 after this one. So maybe 4. Oh my goodness. All right, let's go here. I'm starting to sweat in here when I got the ceiling fan on high. Okay, this is 4. And this is how many? 4. Okay, so we have 4 more now. Oh my goodness. All right, trying to think what's coming up. See, the 27th today, 28 tomorrow, 29, 30. So Wednesday we'll have July birthdays. And guess who has a birthday in July? Hi. I have a birthday in July. I am what else do we have coming up? And then second Sunday, I'm trying to think of the dates. That'll be right before retreat. We can still have that because all I'm gonna do is sit, and if I need to leave, y'all can still chat if I need to leave. So we'll still have Scrap Quilting Club via Zoom. And then retreats that week after that. That starts that Tuesday, the 14th of July. Retreat opens up at 10 a.m. So I know some of you all come the day before and get a hotel. So last one. We got 2 minutes, so I have a minute and a half maybe to entertain you guys. Also, remember, if you just came in, if you haven't sent your retreat schedule and you want to be picked up from the airport, you need to send that because I've only received 2 that I'm aware of, that I recall seeing. Okay. Make sure you do that. I don't even have these in my hand right. I always just pick them up and they got a little handle for me to put my finger in, but sometimes I don't do it. We'll get these done and then we'll end after I snip all of these just so I can put stuff up. And make sure I don't lose any pieces because that's another thing I'm famous for. Not famous, but I'm good for. It's losing pieces and having to recut. And I guess I need to count them really quick so I know how many I have. That was 40 up there. I do remember that. So 40 minus 8 is 32. So I don't have to count because I had 16 extra pieces. 40 times 8 is, 40 minus 8 is 32. So then 32 and 40 is 72. So I have 72 half square triangles. Maybe I might look at seeing if I can use them as a border or something. And even if they're just randomly done, just putting them in a border for space if I'm trying to make it queen size, you know? Figure it out. Maybe I have enough to go around. I have to see. All right. Take this out. I don't have to count. Just put them in here. All right. So they'll be sitting here when I come back to chat with you all next time. I'll know what I'm working on. So all right, I was just reading the last chats to make sure no one was talking to me. So that's going to be it, guys. I'm going to end this chat. I will see you all Wednesday, 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. In the meantime, you all stay blessed, be safe, everyone, and quilt out. Oops.